Yo, what's up, man? Yeah, guess what? We are back. And guess what, man? We are also, if you haven't noticed, on a new channel. We are actually on my music channel, man. Why did I decide to do this? I took a little hiatus talking about hip hop and everything. There was a lot going on, so I could play the catch up game. I could do that if you all are still interested. Otherwise, we could just pick up from where we are now and go forward. So the whole entire purpose of me bringing everything over here, which is pretty much the Mightyverse. You all are witnessing the Mightyverse right now. I had started a channel on YouTube, named the Mightyverse, where over there I would be discussing like music, gaming, and whatever it is I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's just welcoming you all into my world. So I started thinking, I was like, what's the point of just building that up when I already have a fan base over here who may not know? I have subscribers over here who may not know what I'm talking about. And plus, it's hip hop. It deals with the culture and everything. So this is a way for you all to still interact with me, and we can have our conversations and stuff over here. And yeah, man, just seeing a different side of me, and we'll be able to talk hip hop. I'll probably do some gaming stuff later on down the line. But for right now, let's focus on the topic at hand, right? So now that we got that out the way, I want to speak on Kendrick Lamar, man. I want to speak on Kendrick Lamar and his Toronto performance, because, man, he took his catalog and went to daggone Toronto. And we already know who's from Toronto. The boy, you know what I'm saying? Drake and everything. So the thing that really stood out is the simple fact that, for one, he went to Toronto. Let's take it back a couple of months before then. Kendrick Lamar announced the GNX tour, right? The GNX tour, and this was literally at the end of the battle after the pop out, and that's when he announced his and him would be both going on the tour. Man, when I say that everybody was like, oh my gosh, once they got to daggone this date, the June 12th? June 12th date, and they seen that Toronto was on there. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, like, bro, you going to the man city who you just literally beefed with. Like, it's crazy. And lo and behold, I guess there's speculation of Drake doing like a 50 Cent move. You remember, I don't know if y'all remember or not, but in case y'all don't know, I'm gonna catch y'all up to speed, where him and Ja Rule were beefing. Well, they still are beefing, so I don't know what I say when they were, but when they were earlier in their beefs, 50 Cent had bought out like the first couple of rows for Ja Rule's show, and it looked like the whole entire thing was empty.
Did you really buy Ja Rule's tickets, like seats at his concert? You did?
Cheap tickets. The tickets were very affordable.
Right.
They was on like StubHub. Yeah, I bought the first four rows.
How many did you buy? If you say you bought the first 4 rows, is that a couple hundred?
Yeah, it was cheap though. It was cheap tickets, so it was something to do. We done it for years. I looked at it. I said, yo, this is not. I just want you to feel like you gotta reach the people. 4 or 5 rows back.
What is this? That 2 decades later, it's still this.
It's not that big of a sacrifice for me. Now, I've bought things that mean less to me.
Right.
That was fun. That was like watching it. Let me see the show and see the spaces are empty. Because they are reserved for someone else. They're not supposed to be sitting. That's brutal.
You know, and he was just trolling him in that aspect, just like 50 Cent trolls people. And it was speculated that Drake had also did the same, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it was a genius move from Kendrick Lamar and his team, if that it was the case, to add another date. And the center right here, let's talk about the stadium. I'm gonna give you all the overall, and then we can dive into the everything else, the theories and all of that. The stadium is at Rogers Center Stadium. Bro, this is a stadium that plenty of artists haven't sold out. Like, he's the first rap artist to actually sell out the stadium, not even Drake in his own city. So that's already a slight right there. Not only doing it one time, but doing it twice. So the simple fact that it was rumored that Drake had bought out the tickets at the first couple of rows, just like 50 Cent did, I'm thinking that's why they added the extra date. But guess what? The extra date fell on February what? the 13th, bruh. February the 13th, where it's like, oh my God, it's like, yo, this man is like a calculated boogeyman. Like, him being the boogeyman even further, right? And my whole entire thing was like, for jump, like, I thought that Kendrick Lamar was going to play all his diss songs, which he pretty much did. But he left out two of them. He left out 616 in LA, and man, Meet the Grams. He left that out, and I honestly, if y'all look back at my other videos, I honestly thought that he was going to drop Meet the Grams at the Super Bowl. I was like, yo, hold on, that's kind of crazy. But, or at least the instrumentation of it, like the very beginning. So with that didn't happen, I definitely thought like, okay, Toronto, that would be the perfect spot to do it. He's saving it for literally that date on February the 13th, which makes sense because it plays into his name, Kendrick Lamar being the boogeyman. And if he had did that, oh my gosh. I feel like we missed a moment in history, man. Like, that would have been it. That would have been it, man. That would have been it. And of course, Drake still would have had a career and everything. Like, that's not going to stop him from getting money. He has a solid fan base and everything. But that, as far as the hip hop, like this whole entire rap beef, that would have been the end of it. And the simple fact that he still has that in the tuck, if he ever steps out of line, like, he could just drop a visual. He could drop. He still has the trump card. He can still do that whenever he wants. But the thing was, February the 13th in Toronto was in itself crazy. That was crazy timing to do it. And I personally thought he was going to drop it right after he played Not Like Us, and then fans were chanting one more time. One more time. One more time! One more time! One more time!
So that didn't happen in any other city. I confirmed that with somebody who's actually working on the tour, who was there every night, and who's been there on every day, and they confirmed for me that had not happened in any other city. People calling for Kendrick to do Not Like Us one more time.
One more time. But you know what I'm saying? I guess he was just aura farming. I guess that's what the kids are saying now. Aura farming. Where it's like you just I don't know how to explain it. I don't have the dictionary in front of me. But regardless, he was aura farming. Yeah, give me some cool points, I guess. And he was just standing there silent. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just literally standing there silent with it. Just. And I was like, oh my gosh. This shit about to get crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious.
Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious.
And if you think about it, that's why I feel like the pattern of the song was. Let me hurry up and speak on it. Crazy was Euphoria. Spooky, crazy. Scary was 616 in LA. I cannot speak. Spooky was what? Meet the Grams. Hilarious is what? Not Like Us. And that's in the pattern that he dropped it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like, oh damn, like they talking that talk. Either way, let's go ahead and continue. So I feel the reason that he did not drop Meet the Grams, which is what everybody wanted to hear. Everybody wanted to know if he was going to drop that. The reason why I feel like he did not is because of none other than Drake's litigation case against him.
The chat's calling him Lawbry.
Certified lawyer boy.
Certified law boy, nigga.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and sue niggas. Certified lawyer boy.
Could be wrong, but I'm only left to speculate because, like, for one, they had him change the cover to Meet the Grams, where it had to deal with the pill bottles. Y'all remember the cover. So when he dropped it on DSPs, apparently they had him remove all of the cover art for it. So that one was already like, yeah, that was already under the scope of the label saying, yeah, we ain't doing that. So with them already being in a litigation case with Drake, as well as, yeah, and for one, like, who sues in a rap beat? Who sues in a rap beat? that's when I was like, bro, all right, man, like, you got it, bro. Like, but I feel like if that wasn't the case, then this song would have definitely rung off. And if it, and because I can't see it happening. And the reason I can't see it, why it did not happen. I truly cannot see why it did not happen. Because he was standing there silent. And it felt like 6 minutes. So I started doing like the whole entire math. Like, okay, is it because he's in the 6th and he's standing there for 6 minutes for the 6th God? I don't know. I was trying to, you left to calculate. I don't know these things, but I started speculating, and then he went into continue on with his whole entire his show. But he did not play Meet the Grams, bruh. Everybody's like, bruh, no, why not? And it's just like, that was, and the reason why that song was so strong was because he stepped on Family Matters, and that song only came out after the fact because Drake had literally mentioned how his wife was being beaten on, but how he was beating on his wife, and also how his wife had fathered their child, which was actually their best friends. But he has he wants to sue because people call him a PDF file in rap. Like, bro, there's been crazy things said about artists where they just had to wear that on a jacket. It's the art of war. Like, it's literally you fighting, and to the victor goes the spoils, as they say. But this man Drake, oh my gosh, I'm not about to get started on that, but I just don't agree with the whole entire litigation side of it, because for one, it ruined his legacy. Where I'm like, okay, you went against a formidable opponent, and regardless if negotiations were up with your label or not, you all would do for that, and they want to, that's for your lawyers to get in to say, hey, let's do it like this, but don't play it like, oh, that off of the rap beef, because if you had won the rap beef, then you wouldn't have even had all of that. But the simple fact you did it, and you resorted to this, it just stands out. I'm like, bro, like, you tarnished that, man. And on top of that, like, with ghostwriting, antics and all of that, it's like, bro, who's writing your lyrics? And I don't want to take anything away from him, but in doing the litigation route on a rap beef, and you know what I'm saying, I feel like he did that to himself, whereas like everybody was just like, okay, yeah, play Meet the Grams, like play it, but that's why I feel like Drake's litigation, ongoing litigation, is doing it, because they didn't even want Kendrick Lamar verse to be on Pusha T's in the Clips song, so it's like they're stumping on the freedom of speech, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me, they're stumping on the amendment, the freedom of speech or something, right? Continuing on, I truly wish it was moments like this where it's like, we all know Kendrick Lamar looks up to Tupac. It's moments like this where I wish he brought out that Tupac energy, just like how he did at the Pop Out. It's moments like this where you be like, okay, it's lawsuits, litigation, F it, I'm gonna do it my way. I don't care, I'm doing it. Even if it was the instrumental, the ding, and on top of that, the Alchemist was there. The producer who produced Meet the Grams was there in Toronto. Like, and I feel like that was, he didn't even have to perform the song, y'all. He just had to do the daggone, and it stands out, man. But all that to say, like, I was watching the whole entire Toronto show live on YouTube with Jalopy and DeVille. Shout out to those two gentlemen, and I had left a comment, and this was it.
I'm not agreeing with what Mighty Ali is saying, but listen, he said he missed his moment with that. Now, I'm not gonna lie, that would have been an amazing moment. It would have been an amazing moment. Friday the 13th, but you gotta look at it from this perspective. Friday the 13th is him spinning back and doing the shit again. Having Not Like Us, not sold out stadium 2 times in a row. Them motherfuckers screaming Not Like Us at the end of the show. That in itself, it is crazy. The back-to-back per se. You see what I'm saying? And I have like an idea of, like, you feel me, how to break that down. I'm gonna drop a video right after this.
Bro, I swear to God, bro, that shit meant something though. I promise you that meant something though. Like he knew that was like, you know when they say you say a lot without saying nothing?
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what he did, bro. Didn't say anything at all, literally. But people knew what he meant. Like you understood it. you get it. You see it.
And from that comment, man, like I honestly feel that way. You know what I'm saying? As far as the Hunter Boogeyman Theory, like that would have literally cemented his legacy. Where it's like, okay, I'm not playing these games anymore. There's no back and forths. It is what it is. Now take that to the daggone courts. Now take that to the damn lawyers. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. I mean, honestly, it still doesn't take away from the moment that was shown in Toronto, because I personally wanted to go to the show. I wanted to go to the show so bad out of all of them, and that was because I was like, okay, I think that one's going to be different. I think it's going to be a different set list, but apparently everything was kept the same for both nights, night 1 and night 2. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what all he can do with this current litigation being under wraps, and but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. It still doesn't take away from that moment of him being out there in Toronto, showing up. We would have loved to have seen him at New Ho King, or at least like, I don't know. I kind of wish Kendrick Lamar did more trolling. I ain't gonna lie. Like, we hear the trolling behind the scenes, but I really wish he had did more trolling. Like, I feel like he need like a troll team. I know they say the K-Bots, whatever. I feel he needs a trolling team. Cause imagine if he was at the Daggone Toronto show backstage, and he just took a picture of him eating some chicken fried rice, like how he had said in the song Euphoria. Imagine that, bro. That would have been crazy. Just the trolling, man. Because Drake did the same thing to Meek Mill. He did the same thing to Meek Mill when he came out to his city. And yeah, man, like it would make sense. It would make sense. So I don't want to take up too much time. This has been my thoughts and opinions on the whole entire Kendrick Lamar Boogeyman Theory. And yeah, man, y'all let me know. Is he hip hop's boogeyman? I would say yeah. I feel like he earned that title, and the simple fact this was done on February the 13th. It's dope. You know, it's a great moment for hip hop, and that's all it should boil down to. Does it progress hip hop? I love the simple fact that nobody from either side died from this whole entire interaction. I don't feel like it should be that at all. I feel like men should be men, because men are gonna bump heads. Men are going to bump heads regardless, especially if you're at the top with it. But I don't, you know what I'm saying? I just think about, like, I see how academics has been hyping it up, doing things like saying outlandish things, dealing with deaths, and then saying that's a whole nother topic. But I'm just glad that both men are still here. You know what I'm saying? I wish we could have said the same about Tupac and Biggie. You know, unfortunately, theirs ended how it ended, and I'm just glad that this did not go to that. You know what I'm saying? So kudos for that, for both sides. I'm glad, if anything, Drake took it to the courts rather than take it to the streets. You know, and because that part wasn't needed. And I mean, maybe he has a point on the Hunter litigation thing. I just don't see it from my point of view. So yeah, man, that's all. Shout out to Kendrick for taking over Toronto. I guess we'll say that. Shout out to Kendrick for following through, as well as SZA. I don't want to leave her out. Like, she did a phenomenal job. She looked phenomenal, swinging from the set and all of that. She looked phenomenal. But yeah, man, the Boogeyman Theory is alive and well. Catch y'all in the next one, the Mighty Verse. And real quick, while y'all over here, y'all might as well go ahead and give my playlist and my songs a listen. You know what I'm saying? I dropped Flowers. Yo, we came up on the 1-year anniversary of Flowers, the music video. That is crazy. So make sure y'all go ahead and check that out when y'all get a chance. And leave some comments, leave a like if you haven't. And even if you have, add some more comments, get into the algorithm again. We're gonna pick back up where we left off, and on top of that, we got some new fire, some new heat coming very soon. So stay tuned. I'm so excited for y'all joining me on this journey. Thank y'all for watching this video, and daggone, man, like I said, welcome to the Mightyverse. Until next time, man. Deuces.